Hey guys, it's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game about a famous serial killer who had a murder castle. And that game is called H.H. Holmes Murder Castle, Crimes in History. H.H. Holmes Murder Castle is a game for 2 to 6 players, but you can also play solo. There is an Automata version. I haven't played it, I don't know anything about it. And you can also play where everybody is playing against H.H. Holmes, which also haven't played. I've just played standard with the second story expansion. So I can't speak to those other two, but they do exist. What you're doing in this game is you are different people, and you're trying to get through H.H. Holmes Murder Castle to collect evidence and turn him in before he ends up killing you and turns you into one of his sick and twisted experiments. It's a pretty dark theme. H.H. Holmes was a crazy guy, so the theme has to be dark because he was messed up. So that's enough about the theme and what the game is. Let's just go down to the table and check it out. Alright, so here's a game of Crimes in History, H.H. Holmes Murder Castle, all set up for 2 players. Setup's going to look similar with 2 to 6 players. Except there may be an extra one of these over here that you're going to be able to select from. More people on the board, so on and so forth. But it's going to be similar to this. In a 2-player game, each player is going to get a player board. You're going to get randomly a card that's going to show you which kind of evidence cubes and how you have it set up. So in this case, this is how we've been randomly assigned. You'll get this little token here for the White Castle Suite, should that come out. You're going to have a little chit, a little token to mark your one game player ability. You're going to have a mini or a standee, whichever you prefer. In this case, I am using the minis for my characters. There's also an H.H. Holmes mini, which is this guy right here. He's pretty cool. You're going to randomly set up the board, or you're going to pre-set up the board like this. Basement 1, 2, 3, 1 evidence cube each. Pharmacy, stack of tiles, stack of event cards, action selection, and some other stuff that we may need as we go on. You're also going to precede the gondola here with 5 cubes in each section. This is the section right here that we're going to be working from, that's going to be getting off of the ride. So all the cubes, unless otherwise stated, are going to be pulled from this section right here. And then we're going to have a bag of cubes. And we're going to have a deck of cards that's going to tell you how H.H. Holmes is going to move around his castle. So that's set up. Let's get to the game. All right, so the gameplay is pretty straightforward. You can see on this card here what you're going to do each round. The person who has the key is going to go first. This key's really nice, it's metal. And what you're going to do is you're going to select an action from one of these 6 actions. Now, when you select an action, whoever takes the tile gets to do the main action and the selection bonus. Then every other player is able to do the top main action. So let's see here. I want to explore. So Adeline is first, so she's going to explore the castle. Let me find it. So explore the castle. Put it right here. So I can explore the castle, and then I can explore 1 additional room. So what that means is I get to take a tile off the top and connect it to one of the 3 doors here. So I have the black closet. I'll put that right there. If you're stuck in this room at the end of the round, you get an event card. There's also a safe that we're going to pick 3 pieces of evidence. She wants 2 white and a blue, and she's going to fill that in the safe. The goal of the game is to fill up all of your evidence sections and get back to the pharmacy, and you are a winner. So that's one exploration that she's going to explore again because she gets the bonus. So she's going to come over here. She will put Holmes' apartment right here. She gets to take 1 cube, so let's take a blue one. Put it right there. Nothing special in that room, just a normal room. Now the other player gets to explore. They can because there's still 1 door. So they will take 1 more tile. Brick wall, so it just goes right here and it closes off that path. So now we only have these 2 spaces over here, these 3 over here that we can explore. All right, so that's turn number 1. Second turn is Jeremiah. He's going to get to do something. He wants to move. So he's going to move 1 room. He's going to move 1 room, and then he can advance the wheel and the gondola by 1. So I'm going to do that so I have more options for evidence. All right, so I did that. Now I can move 1 room. I'm going to move over here into the black closet. Then this player can move one room. And they're going to go ahead and come over here into Holmes' apartment. And that's that. Now, in a more than two-player game, everybody would take one action tile. But in a two-player game, each player will take two action tiles, and then we'll move on to the next phase. So it's back to Adeline. She's going to draw an event card. And because she selected the tile, she gets to draw two event cards. So let's kind of look at these here. So event cards are going to give you a thing you can do during the game. There's going to be keep and there's going to be play now. If it's keep, it's going to go above your board here so you can play it whenever it applies. It's going to give you some kind of special ability that's going to help you in the game, maybe hurt somebody else, give you more evidence, so on and so forth, move Holmes around. I'm not going to go into the detail on these too much, just know they're really cool. So this player is going to take two because they actually took the main action. You can hold up to three. They'll go onto your board like this. And then this player can take one, and they will. Just making sure they're not play now. All right. If you ever need to take a fourth one, you have to discard one you have. Then it's back to that player's turn. They are going to collect evidence. So what that happens is they get to collect one cube. Because they selected the tile, they get to take another cube. So they're going to take a blue and a white. You always take from the room where you are. And then the other player gets to take one. They're going to take a blue. All right, and that is the end of the action phase. Then what we're going to do, if somebody, whoever has the key, is going to flip a Holmes card, and we're going to see what happens. I think that's the next thing. Oh, we'll return the action tiles first, because that's what the rule book says to do. So we'll do that. So action tiles go away. Then move Holmes, player with the key. So this player is going to flip a Holmes card. Couple things are going to happen here. It's going to give you either 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be a rampage where Holmes is going to go crazy. Could be lights out. Some random things are going to happen, and Holmes is going to move. So in this case, beggars can't be choosers. Holmes is either going to move to basement 1, the black closet, the steel vault, or the kitchen. Now, only basement and the black closet are out. So the key person gets to pick which one they want to put. And because the key person is the lady, she's going to move him over to the black closet, and he's going to hit Jeremiah. So let's show you what happens there. Now, this is called a home strike. Whenever that happens, what's going to happen is you're going to take one of these cubes, these black cubes, and you're going to put it, unless you have a special ability or a card that does otherwise, I'm going to say that they don't. You're going to put it in the first section here, and you have to drop one cube into the room where you are. So I drop it, goes into the safe. Then while I'm in here with him, I can't pick up evidence, play event cards, all that stuff. So I need to move away from Holmes because he's suspicious of me. But because I'm in the black closet, at the end of the round, I get to draw an event card. So I'll take that, tuck that under my board. All right, and that is the end of one round. Then the key passes, and we keep doing it. All right, so I'm going to play through one more round, and then I'll tell you what happens at the end, which is pretty easy. So now Jeremiah is first player. They get to select an action. Let's see, they need to get away from Holmes. So they're going to move up to 2 rooms, and they can move an additional room. So let's go 1, 2, and they're going to go to basement 2. Oh, wrong guy. Actually, I'm just going to go over here. I'll move 2. I'm not going to move the extra. And then Adeline can move if she would like, but she's going to stay right there as well. So that's how we're going to end. And then it's Adeline's turn. She's going to explore. So she's going to take this tile, and she's going to explore some rooms. Going to get some room here with all the chits. All right. Dining room. We will put the dining room right here. And it will get 1 evidence cube, and I want green. And then because she selected the tile, she can explore another. She's going to put it over here. Ooh, this is a second floor here. So the dumbwaiter can move between all floors, which is cool. So let's see. We'll just put it down here. So let's move this. All right, so the dumbwaiter is here. It's a second story room. Normally, second story rooms are connected to only second story rooms, but in this case, it can move up and down. Doesn't matter because it's a dumbwaiter. And it doesn't have any cubes, so that's that. Now the other player can explore 1. There's 1 door left, so they can explore 1. And it is going to be the asphyxiation chamber. Ooh. All right, so they're gonna connect this up here. Put it right here. No keep event cards can be played while in this room. So any of the event cards that say keep, which are all of these, cannot be played when you're in here. It's going to get 5 cubes, so it's going to get these 4. And then I'll spin it. Then I can select one more to put down here, and I want a yellow. Let's put a yellow. And then when one of the chambers of the gondola is empty, you refill it. Back up to 5. And there you go. All right, so that was 1 action each. Back to Jeremiah. Let's see, where is he? He's right there. Let's move. He's gonna move 1 room. So he's gonna go ahead and move here. And then he gets to move the gondola 1 space forward, which is what he's gonna do. So he'll do that. All right, and then she can move a room as well. She's gonna go ahead and move up here, the dining room. All right, then back to Adeline. She's going to collect evidence. So she's going to come here. Not the best course of action because there's only 1 cube. So let's say she would have moved over here with him. She's going to collect 2 cubes. She wants green and white. Because she selected it, she gets to take 2 cubes. He gets 1. He wants yellow. So there we go. All right. So then we're going to put the tiles back. And then we are going to move Holmes based on whoever has the key, which in this case it's Jeremiah. We have another choice. Beggars can't be choosers, so they're going to go to the maze, Holmes' apartment, the hall, or the blind room. So in this case, it looks like only Holmes' apartment is available, so he will move there. And that was that. All right, then that will be the end of the round. Key will move over. And let's talk about what happens at the end of the game. All right, so the way the game ends, I kind of talked about it quickly earlier, is someone needs to get all of these spaces full. So let's just go ahead and say this person did it. Hopefully I have enough cubes out on this gondola. Yes, all right. So say we've been walking around playing, collecting cubes, finding out all of H.H. Holmes' dirty deeds, and we're ready to go turn them into the police. Now, once you get in this board, hopefully you can avoid any more home strikes. Then what you have to do is you have to get back to the pharmacy. So I'm going to be trying to move 2 spaces so I can get to that's the lady, so I can get to the pharmacy and I can win the game. And that's it. He's got to collect the evidence, get to the pharmacy, turn Holmes in, so he can quit being a madman and killing everybody. So that's the gist of the game. That's kind of how it plays. That's how you win. And let's go up to the top. See what we think about it. All right, well, that was H.H. Holmes Murder Castle, Crimes and History. First off, what I wanted to say about this game is I love the production. I mean, that's always like a cop-out thing to say, but this gondola right here is really cool. You can spin it, it shows you what cubes are coming up so you can kind of have some information as to what you want to do, because you're going to see what kind of cubes are coming out, what cubes you need, maybe you want to advance it, so on and so forth. That's awesome. The metal key, super unnecessary, but I love it. Cubes are cubes. I mean, nothing fancy there. Dual layer player boards, pretty sweet. Completely unnecessary again, but I like it. My only issue is they're kind of warped a little bit, and then when you try to bend them out, they get like creases in the back, but still nice. The art on the tiles is really cool. I like the way they look, kind of portrayal House on the Hill style. And it is interesting, I was looking in the rule book, and the dead bodies on the tiles are like backers of the game, which I think is a nice touch. So this guy right here, or this dead body, backer of the game, which is pretty awesome. I mean, I don't back a ton of games, and I definitely don't back at the levels to get that, but that is cool. The event cards are cool. They have nice art. I mean, there's not much to them. It's mostly just text. The minis, I don't love minis. It has standees too, if that's your jam, which it is my jam, but I wanted to show these off. The minis are really nice. They're unpainted, but they look really good. It's kind of hard to tell. There's 2 female characters, and it's kind of hard to tell which one's which, because in the time period, they all have big dresses and hats. So you really got to kind of look at your person and remember who they are. But, you know, they're really nice. There's some push your luck in here that I didn't get into. There's trapdoors. Everything in this game is just super awesome, thematic, and the production's off the chain. I like it. Now let's talk about the gameplay. So what you saw in this game is what this game is. You are walking around this house, the castle. You're trying to collect evidence. You're trying to turn in Holmes. That's the game. You have to watch out for Holmes because he can show up on your tile or in your room, give you a home strike. You drop some of your evidence. That's no good. But what you saw in the overview is how this game plays. You're just going to keep going until someone has all their cubes like I showed you at the end, and then get to the pharmacy. That's it. Again, I haven't played solo. Might be different. I haven't played as someone playing as Holmes. I know that it introduces fake evidence and all that. Haven't done that either, so I can't speak to those. But the basic game that I showed you is how the game is. So when I first got this game, I thought it was going to be a little more in-depth, a little deeper, a little richer, a little heavier. But really, it's an entryway game that everybody can play with their family. If you can flip a tile and you can read the tiles of what you're going to do, it's easy to teach, it's easy to play. And then it's easy to tell somebody how to win. You need to get all your cubes, get to the pharmacy, boom, done. So nothing complicated about that. I do have a couple issues. The bag is kind of falling apart. Every time you reach in there, some strings fall off. Again, every bag does that. But my bigger issue is a couple of the things in the rule book I was unclear on. So it says that you can't expand off of basement 3, but it has a lock on it. So if I eventually make it down to basement 3, am I then allowed to expand, like explore? And once I explore off basement 3, can I then explore off that new room? So I just I feel like you can't, but then I also feel like you can. So it's a little gray. It's fine. We played the way that I interpreted the rules. I don't feel like it breaks the game, but it's not super clear. And I just feel like, I don't know, the way that you refill the cubes back into the room by having to explore the house, explore the room, which I didn't show you. Basically, if anytime you can't explore the castle, meaning put a new room out, or you're out of room tiles, you can explore the room, which is on the back of the tile, let you refill some evidence into the rooms. I just feel like that doesn't happen a lot, so you're kind of at the mercy of exploring new rooms or hoping people drop their cubes to get the cubes. So I don't know. I wish there was more ways to get more cubes out on the board. But aside from the funky miss things that aren't in the rule book, or maybe I missed them because apparently I can't read rule books right, this game is super fun. I enjoy it a lot. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to hold on to it for like Halloween or something because it's a cool, like, creepy, macabre theme. And just play it with anybody because anybody can play this game. So I'm going to give this a BGM accepted seal. 7 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 3.5 out of 5. On our arbitrary rent scale, it means absolutely nothing. But we give it to games that we enjoy because we're a podcast and video channel about games. And we need to have some bright spots in this year that is 2020. So that's H.H. Holmes Murder Castle. Crimes in History. I'm Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics. And as always, keep gaming.